Right, here we are today. Another testimonial call with my good friend Joshua Smith. Joshua, thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate you, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Good, thank you, brother. So, you and I met. I guess it's been now. How long has it been? I think we've known each other for what, uh, 6 months or so.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit longer, like maybe 8 or 9.
8 or 9, something like that. Time flies when we're having fun. And
Absolutely.
Joshua, we met at a bonfire over a friend's house, right?
Yep.
And
Yep. In West Seattle.
yeah, in West Seattle there. And so you, let's see, you're just a really positive person, and we got together and stuff, and you're kind of watching. You and I have been talking. We were having some mental health. You and I were like, because you knew me when I was having mental health issues as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
And you
Yeah.
kind of
And I
touch
was
base
too,
on
going
that.
through a
How
lot.
you had touch base on that, what you were feeling at that time, and some of the conversations that you and I are having at the time.
Yeah. Sorry about the break into the video here. This is Milo. uh yeah, so at the time, yeah, definitely going through a whole lot. My ex, who I was married to for, well, so I was with her for about 21 years. And married to her for I think it was 14 of that. Um and everything was good for a while, but yeah, she just had some really bad mental health issues pop up, and yeah, just went through a lot with her. Yeah, she ended up in the mental hospital for a while, and then but now she's getting the help that she needs. She's over in New York right now. In
You mean
a
she's getting more mito?
But I have, dude, I need to get her on that for sure. Yeah, I think it would help her out a lot. I don't talk to her a whole lot. I talk to her maybe every for a few minutes once every couple weeks. But yeah, I need to send her some for sure. I think
So you were having. Is there any way you could get the dog? Is he gonna?
yeah,
Okay.
chill out, chill out.
So
Here,
so so
here. I'm gonna put them in the other room.
no problem. So yes, we love the painting you have right there. um, I have pets as well, so I know they can kind of get a little needy sometimes.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you. All
yeah.
right. So brother, how were you feeling at that time then? Because you and I both were suffering from depression at this time. Go ahead.
I was I was in the darkest place ever, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I've I've suffered with depression ever since I was a little kid. I was like a depressed 3-year-old, which shouldn't even be a thing.
Right.
Um, yeah, like I remember my my mom tells me a story about how I was 3 years old, and somebody came up to me and said, "Josh, are you okay? Is everything good with you? What's going on?" And I looked at him and I said, "You don't know the things I've seen.
Oh, geez, what had you seen?
I don't know."
Wow, wow. I mean,
Apparently, that was me. That was my depth at 3 years old. Like I thought things were already bleak and abysmal, and
hmm.
yeah, and everything was dark.
Wow. Because when I met you in person, bro, I mean, every time I've been with you, you've always seemed really positive, is uplifting. But I know that you and I, brother to brother, we explained how. I mean, I was talking about how I was going to take my life and stuff like this. Like, we're talking about
I was in that space for a while. Yeah.
like not the most uplifting conversations. So not to dwell on that, but so you've been on the product now, MoreMito, for how long now?
Just under 3 weeks, I believe.
So can you share with us like what happened? You came over to my house with your friend. You had a taste of it. Let's take it to that day, please.
Yeah, so I had a taste of it. Um, Obviously with the first dose, it's not like it's gonna change your life right then. But I thought, wow, this is different stuff. Like the taste of it, even I was just like, this is there's something different about this. It's kind of seemed like my body just reacted to it right away. Like it was like a okay, this we need to get more of this basically, which is why I was glad that you gave me a bottle that night and I was able to, pay you to get another one shipped because yeah, I think I probably would have stolen it from you if you didn't if you didn't give it to me. No, I'm just kidding, just kidding. But yeah, there was something different about it for sure. So like I was really excited about it, and I remember taking it. and in the first couple of days, basically, it felt like a like under construction sign went up over me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was just and it was massive to me, at least. It was like everything felt like it was changing from the bottom up. You know, like it was like I felt tons of changes at once, you know, from like emotional to physical to, yeah, like I think maybe in the first 4 or 5 days, there came a point where like it hit me in a way like my body was just like, you need to go to sleep. And
There
so it
you go.
was
Yeah.
like literally I went to sleep. Like I worked, and then when I came home, I went to sleep, and I slept until the next day, and I did that for a couple of days, and it just like it felt like as I was sleeping, like, yeah, like I said, that under construction sign went up, and it just felt like every time I woke up, I was like, holy wow, this is different. Like just looking around, I was like, dude, it feels like my eyes are working different, like my body's working different. Like I want to jump up and I have energy. And yeah, it felt like a major restructuring or reorganizing was going on in my whole body. And that was like a really exciting feeling for sure. Yeah, like I never tried anything like that before.
So So you want to disclose any of your experience with any kind of substances? Did you ever ever to smoke any weed or anything like this, or
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not let you touch on that.
Oh yeah. So I was a major pothead for at least, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And yeah, and I think a lot of that had to do with my depression, you know, like it basically for a long time, it was like just a daily, like, it felt like I wanted to erase my brain. You know what I mean? Like I started with a couple of guys that were more hardcore about smoking than a lot of people.
They're
So it was
dabbing.
like literally the first time, I think the second time I smoked weed was out of a 6 foot bong.
Yeah, yeah. Why not start there? That's a great starting point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, might as well start at that nuclear, like blow my head off level. Yeah, totally.
yeah. Uh,
So yeah, and I don't even think I really 100% liked weed. You know, it was like it made me paranoid in a lot of ways and whatever. But it was like there was a paradigm shift in the way I saw things. In that at least I kind of felt like it helped numb me a little bit. You know, helped detach me a little bit.
right.
And so yeah, I was doing that for years and years and years until my body just one day basically got allergic kind of to the weed. So like I remember smoking it one day, and all of a sudden like my eyes went, you know, red eyes is kind of a normal thing for some smokers. It wasn't really a normal thing for me then, but I remember my eyes just going beet red, my skin getting red and splotchy, and I just remember feeling like I need to stop doing this. Like my whole body is saying no now. You know, like it was, you know, like Nancy Reagan was in my body or something like that. You know, like just say no. It was like, dude, my whole body
Better
was.
than Camilla Harris, I think there. But anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's an old reference, but yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Literally, it just felt like my entire body just said, "You're done." You know, like you can't do this
When was
anymore.
this?
This was I mean, I'm kind of an old bastard, so this was like at least 10 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that.
Okay, but moving closer to with MoreMito, how did it change? I mean, anything about that at all? Go ahead.
Oh, totally. So yeah, like well, for one thing, you know, I've been giving up drinking for quite a while. So um, you know, I noticed that with the MoreMito, it's way easier with that. And even if I do have a few drinks, like it doesn't bog my body down, which is amazing.
Right.
Like I can have a few drinks and then just be like, oh, I'm not going back to drinking. I'm just having a couple drinks with buddies, and
Yeah.
literally like it doesn't weigh my body down like it used
Feel
to.
more responsible with it all right there. Yeah. Hmm.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy changes have happened. Like I've already lost a bunch of weight. Like I'm down 2 belt notches already, and
How much
that's
weight have
in.
you lost? You've been on this for 3 weeks, you said?
Yeah. So I don't have a scale here. Otherwise I would totally weigh myself, but I would guess with those 2 belt notches, like it's got to be at least an extra 20, 25 pounds.
Jeez, bro, that's crazy, man. That just shows how toxic it was. Man,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt like within that first, like probably at the end of that first week, I was already losing weight and like a major detox going on, excuse me, through my whole body. Like I just feel like it cleared out like my internal organs, and things just started like moving, like my whole body just started moving at a much faster pace, which was
What
pretty amazing.
emotional detox? Can you elaborate on that? Did you experience emotional detox through all this? What are some of the thoughts that you had? Because I say this is, a psychologist in a bottle. This is a doctor and a psychologist in a bottle. What do you think about that
I
explanation?
would 100% agree. Like, so I've been on like 7 different prescriptions for a long time. Just for all different types of, anti-anxiety, antidepressant stuff. And I'm starting to dial back on those now because they don't seem near as helpful as the MoreMito is. Like, literally, I have felt a complete change in all that depression that I felt before.
Wow.
It's I was trying to think about how to describe it like last night, and sorry about my dog, man.
No, it's okay. You're fine. You're fine. It's fine.
He's pissed off at me because I just put him in the room.
Crying children, I have 2 kids myself, but yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. So,
Okay.
anyways, no, that's so yeah, but to keep focus on that.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I would say that like the way that it has increased my mental state and changed my depression,
Yeah,
like literally for a long time, depression was just something that I dealt with all the time. It's just something that was at least in the very background of my head. Like I'm depressed. I don't feel well. Like I feel down. I don't like who I am or where I am at the moment.
right.
Those type of thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And it just feels like I would say the best way I have it to describe it right now is like my brain doesn't have room for those thoughts.
There you go. That's good. So the stinking thinking has just kind of gone away
It's
like that.
just yeah,
Yeah.
it's just gone. Like it totally, like when I wake up now and all the way till I go to bed, it's my brain and my emotional state is more just about positivity. Like
Have
it
you had
just
a single suicidal thought since you've been on MoreMito?
no.
And how close to getting on MoreMito did you have that that stinking thinking like that?
Like when was my last suicidal thought before I got on
Yeah,
it?
like how often would you have that before?
Um well so in my worst time, which was probably like, a year ago or something like that, it was all day. Like I would wake up and I would just think, dude, like you are so much better off dead. Like
Yeah, right. And
you
then
need to die.
closer to hopping on it.
Yeah, yeah. And so then, as time passed, like it got a little bit better for sure. And I would say, up until doing the more Mito thing, like I wasn't suicidal, but those thoughts would creep in occasionally. It's like ultimate depression, and then every once in a while it was just like, dude, what am I doing here? Like life is just not um it's not
Worth it.
fulfilling, and it's not fun enough. It's not interesting enough to me. I felt like, I'm 45 years old. Like I've experienced all the things that I wanted to, and now life is going downhill, and I just don't need to really experience any more of it.
So
And
this
now,
is
now
worked.
I don't feel that way at all.
Has this worked better than you'd say than any quote, as they call them, antidepressants, even though they depress your mitochondria? This has worked better than any medication you've ever had.
Easily, yeah, easily better. I would say it's because I don't really look at it like a medication. Like it feels to me like it's down past all of those levels. Like it's literally in my cells and in my body, to where like taking 7 prescriptions, they give you all these directives with that, like, oh, we want this one to fight these certain anti-anxiety feelings, we want this one to change the way you feel about this, we want this one to give you a tiny bit more energy and make you feel less blah blah blah. And I feel like the more Mito, it underlying all of that, it just helps my entire system. And so now my body can decide what it needs,
So,
instead of saying, oh, yeah, I need
Josh,
to take.
I would say that that you are on more medication than anyone I've ever interviewed. I applaud you for being able to be on all that, and whatever your game plan is to strategically, whatever you choose to. I'm not a doctor, to wean off that or anything like this. But you're currently on how many medications right now?
7.
7. What is your intention of getting off those, or how do you feel? What is your game plan with that?
My plan is to just start dialing back on all of it. So the
Have you
ones
started
that,
so far? Have you started that
yeah,
process?
yeah, I have. I'm off of one of them already. I'm off of the Effexor, because I really didn't like that at all. Plus, like I was taking a really small dosage of that, but the dosage that they were giving me was what do they call it?
Time
It's
release or something?
like extended release
Yeah,
stuff.
time
So
release. Yeah,
it's like just always in my system, that type of a thing. So I've already gotten rid of that one.
nice.
Plus, that medication, it feels like it helps with some of the depression, but like at the higher doses, it causes problems like ED and a bunch of other junk with it. And I'm just like, that's just as depressing as all this other
Wow.
shit going on with me. So
So
I'm sorry.
on that note, is this been kind of a sexually stimulating energy to it? Would you say?
I would say it definitely has. Like, I feel like like there isn't an area that hasn't been revitalized in some way.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, what have people said around you? Like, what have they noticed about you? You think?
So I would say the biggest one is my roommate because he spends the most time with me, and I didn't even have to ask him. He and I were talking about, what's different with you lately. We're just having a conversation, and he was just like, dude, Josh, I don't know how to tell you this. He's like, but your entire your entire aura and
Like,
vibe,
hello, is that Joshua there?
yeah,
Yeah.
your entire frequency is a different person. He was just like, dude, you have this thing now where where it just feels like you're shining. Like you literally, you come into the room, you have way more energy, you have way more ability to reach people and focus. And my ability to do my art's a lot better and stuff. Yeah, like that, the painting behind me, I did that
That's
one.
really cool. Yeah, let's show the everyone here.
Thank
This
you. Yeah.
you want to explain it? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So it is, uh yeah, it is a humpback whale in the depths of the ocean. Um,
I like that. That's
and
really
yeah,
cool. I like
it's
how
a,
you did an angle also like that. That's cool.
yeah, it was a really, really calming thing for me to create that painting, and it happened quick too. It was really
You did that
crazy.
on Marmito? You did that on Marmito?
No. This was probably 5 years ago.
Okay, so you've been doing art for a while. So you've been doing art while you're on Marmito also?
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
what has that been like? Because obviously you have some skills there. How has that been?
Yeah, so I've probably only been painting maybe for the last 6 years, 7 years, something like that. But with the music stuff, I've been playing guitar since I was like 11. And so like literally it feels like the synapses, the way my brain fires, like the way I'm able to. So I've always been with music, I've always been the type of musician that can jump in and play with anybody.
You want to
Um,
have a little
but yeah, I'm down. Hold on.
bit? Quick
Yeah.
commercial break. Let's have a little bit here, but you continue. I mean, to catch you off there.
We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
There you go. Boom. There you go. Even as long as I can feel it under my tongue, I know that's going to have a effect. So, you do music. You do, yeah.
hmm
Oh man, that's awesome. What do you play?
Mostly guitar. So I've been playing guitar ever since I found my dad's guitar at like 9, 10 years old. So I've been playing over 35 years now.
So, how has your hand-eye coordination been with that playing? What have you
It's
noticed?
absolutely better. It feels like my musical style, I would say, isn't really just one style. Like I'm able to jump in. Like I love playing, like I love jamming with new bands all the time. Like if somebody invites me on stage, I'll jump on stage and play. And I feel like all of those abilities have gotten better now because my ability to be present and like really, really my brain's ability to focus and feel what's going on. And yeah, it's just like my whole vibration and frequency level has been raised, and so of course that's all that's better.
I'm curious what your dog would be like on this. I love your dog. He likes to be loud, but I think that I kind of sense that this would even make him like be like not want to.
So can you give the regular Mormito to your dog?
I did. It has citric acid in it, so you don't want to give that to pets. I guess it could upset their
They have a
stomach.
pet version, right?
Yeah, the pet version is like $50. This lasts my two cats for 2 months basically for $50. So it's like
Wow.
$12.50 basically per month per cat kind of type situation.
Dude,
So
yeah, I gotta get some for him.
and even one bottle could have a shift. I mean, we've seen dogs that seem like they're excuse me, that they are 15 years old, and all of a sudden they're acting like they're 6 years old. It's
Oh, that's amazing.
your dog's a loving dog, but I think it would definitely tone its anxiety down to where it's like, man, I don't want to bark, I want to be annoying.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, I would love to try that. Yeah, like, and plus I love him so much. Like,
Too.
why would I just hog it all for me?
Yeah. So hey, just okay, because people are like, oh, hey, just it's another network marketing company. What are your thoughts about it being there being a business aspect to this?
Well, so I haven't gotten super involved with the business part except for to say that I just got my parents on it. And
They see a
I
change in you. They saw a change in you.
well, so they haven't gotten the delivery yet, but I
Well, have
just
they seen a change in you?
in me, yes, yes, absolutely,
What
yeah,
have they
yeah.
seen? What have they noticed?
They have well, so I think that's a major reason why they just ordered it. You know, they've seen they're like, oh my god, like when I come around, they're just like, first of all, like, how do you keep losing weight? Like, what's your secret? And I'm like, I'm eating the same amount that I was eating, you know,
And this
literally.
for holiday season again. My second interview today, and both they lost 10 pounds in the first month, and you're losing weight also during the holiday season as well.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I feel like I've I've been eating at least the same amount of food, and you know, if anything diet wise has changed, it gives me the desire to eat better. You know, like I feel like it changes my desire from wanting to go to like, oh, let's get something that feels good in the instant. You know, like fast food. And like I haven't eaten in a fast food place in a long and since I started taking it basically.
Very good. Yeah, if you do an experiment, which I'm sure everyone has it once in a while, it'll just really emphasize in your thinking. It's kind of a learning lesson as we consume these things and how it affects us. Uh-huh.
For sure.
And that's awesome. So your mom and dad. So back to the business aspect of it. How do you feel about sharing this as a business? Go ahead.
I think me naturally, like I'm actually a relatively introverted person and I'm not a natural salesman, but that's what's so cool about this is like literally I'm looking to get involved in the business because I can sell it off of just my personal experience, you know,
Right.
like just the fact that people are already asking me about it, you know, and like and saying what the hell did you do, you know, like what did you change about you that is having this effect. So like I feel like in that way, it's got to be able to sell itself. You know, like I kind of equate that to like to religions. You know, like there's those people out there that really pound the door. You know, pound that whole sales thing with religion,
Yeah.
and they really try to sell you on their
That-
religion.
that's the Amway salesman. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, that is the most irritating thing in the world. Like, I never came to ask you about this stuff, so don't push your stuff on me, you know? But then there's the people that have found something special that's spiritual and it changes their lives. You go to those people. Those people don't come to you. You go to those people and say, hey, what did you find? You know, like what has changed
Right.
your
How did you find enlightenment? Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I feel like this is the same sort of thing. It's like people are already coming up to me and asking me, like, what's so different about you? How have you changed yourself? So like that kind of sales I can do.
But I would think also, Joshua, that it's not just about the money. Like you really want to bless someone else's life, and the money just comes as a byproduct, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. And I mean, if I can share it with people and get some free product and you know make a couple of bucks on the side, like that's just a blessing in itself. Yeah. And
Right.
you know, beyond actually seeing my friends come up the same way that I am.
Hmm. My last interview, I had mentioned this, but how many extra hours of energy has this brought into your day? Like where you could actually work 2 extra hours, for example, would you say?
So yeah, the work thing has been crazy. Yeah, so like I've been working. I just got kind of a temporary job at the moment right now, which is it's very physical. Like I'm moving boxes, heavy boxes around all day and stuff like that. And before I started taking it, it was like a really one of the things where I dreaded going to work just because I knew it was going to be physically taxing. But
Right,
like
it's been stronger and stronger, right?
yeah, lately I go to work and I'm just like, what you got for me? You know, like it's just like I'm throwing the boxes around like they're nothing. And I feel like, yeah, my energy has been boosted to the level that like I don't even mind being there. It's like, oh, free workout.
Have you shot testosterone before?
No.
Okay, I have. This is way more effective than testosterone, human growth hormone. Interesting. Okay, so we talked about that. Wow, brother. I'm just really happy for you. So has this exceeded your expectations? You're not even on this one for a month yet.
Like 1,000%.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
freaking amazing.
like I remember seeing you, hearing you talk about it, and I remember seeing your Facebook post and thinking like, oh, he's looking much better. Like, wow, he looks younger. But then, that natural bit of human doubt was in my mind of just like, well, he's probably going to some surgical thing too, and whatever it is, yeah, he's probably got a bunch of like Hollywood
Really?
tricks to whatever's going on, But
Keep
no,
it, keep it. Take all that compliments. Yeah.
yeah, I
You
mean,
know what I was
honestly, like it. Yeah, I was skeptical in that way. I just thought, well, maybe it'll be a good, uh, like kind of what do you call it? A supplement to be on that would maybe boost a little bit of energy, something small
right.
or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
like 1,000%. Like I had no clue that it would change all this stuff at the same time.
Well,
Like
how many hours of extra energy would you say that you're getting in a day now?
I don't
Of
know how many
functional.
am I awake.
Well, how many more like
You know what I mean? Like
how
literally, I feel like just the time that I'm awake during the day, I have way more energy.
okay,
So
but my question is if you're sleeping less, you need less sleep, for example. How many more wake hours would you say you have? Because
Oh, so lately I feel like it's been adding at least 2 to 3 hours to my day. Like
that's
literally,
yeah.
like at night I go to sleep and I feel like my body wakes me up so much earlier than it used to. And it's just kind
Do
of
you
like,
have it on your nightstand? Like I don't get out of bed. I really recommend that people, say their morning prayers and manifest before they get out of bed. Do you take it before you even get out of bed?
I take it right after I get out of bed. Yeah,
I'd really recommend taking it before you get out of bed. There's just something about this reset. It's just amazing, bro. But where I was going with that, Josh, is that adding, let's say it adds 2 hours. So you said two and a half, three, whatever. Let's just be conservative and say it's 2 hours a day. Let's say someone's being paid $20 an hour, for example. Okay. So
yeah,
$40 in extra income per day times 30 is $1,200. Okay. Let's go ahead and I love this. So $1,200, that would be a whole year's supply of this, $100 a month just for what you're getting it extra. Okay. So I do this. I go $1,200, excuse
hmm
me, $1,200 extra per month in income. If you're to be productive, actually do something, which I know you're motivated, times 12 is $14,400 that you would make if you're making $20 an hour minimum right here. Now,
yep,
on the other side, we should
I
do that.
believe that.
Let's take $250 an hour and watch what happens, right? So watch this. 14,400. Let's take out the $1,200, a yearly supply. That means that you're making $13,200 extra, $13,200 more a year conservatively. If that was three, let's do the math on that just for fun. If we had 3 hours, we'll take your times 40. Excuse me, three. That's 60 times 30. Watch this. That's $1,800 per month times 12 is $21,600.
I
You know
believe
what?
it.
Just for fun, let's go to 2.5 times. If it was 2.5 more hours,
Okay.
2.5 times $20. The last equation, everyone. That's $50 extra per day
Okay. Right.
times
Yeah.
30, $1,500 times 12 months, $18,000 minus $1,200, $16,800. So this is after you paid for your product. Also, by the way, guys,
Yep.
$16,800 of free money basically coming in because of how superhuman you just for living an epic life on top of all that without even sharing it with anyone.
Yeah, yeah, and I would say like the extra money is probably the least of the benefits that I'm experiencing right now. Like that little bit of extra bump to make the money, that's amazing to me, but like the thing I'm really grateful for is just the way it's like starting to revolutionize my body and my mind, and like it feels like it's a tool that like it's a universal plug, you know what I mean? Like literally it's like a good version of that movie Limitless or something, where like literally you feel all this happening inside of you, and it's literally, but it's natural. It's your own mitochondria, it's your own
Let's,
body.
let's really focus on. So, in your best words, define how you feel on this product as simple as possible.
Uh New.
Reborn.
Brand new. Yeah. I feel like I've gone so far in reverse from where I was, like in a good way. Like, yeah, like, and oh, and another thing that I told you about too is, in 2010, I crushed both my feet.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is great. Go ahead.
So yeah, I
Not
used to
great,
be,
but the story is. Go ahead.
no, yeah, yeah. I used to be in construction and used to be like a lot bigger than I am now, like a lot stronger. And basically, I was carrying a 350-pound log on my shoulder and fell down concrete steps and went sideways. And that 350-pound log came down on both of my feet, just smashed them both. So it crushed every bit of tissue in both my feet. Like I wasn't able to walk. I was totally bedridden for a month and a half. And then like I had to learn how to walk again. Um, I had to go from the wheelchair to the crutches to basically hardly walking to being able to walk a little bit, all that. Um, and it was an awful experience, but, yeah. So from that experience, crushing both of my feet, I got neuropathy. I don't know if you know what that is,
Oh
but it's
yeah.
basically where my blood flow would slow down. I got a bunch of blood pressure problems from it. A lot of things like that. And so when I was at work this last week, I had this crazy experience where it felt like as I was walking around, like I felt this shift in both of my feet where it felt like my feet like almost turned into jelly for a little bit. Like
Yeah.
it just got very, very like there's just a weird, like all the way down to the base of my feet. They just felt almost like they turned into jelly. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then I felt them start to firm back up. And by the end of the day, it felt like I had new feet. Like
Yeah.
it felt like they were five
Yeah.
times as strong as what they were. It felt like they literally restructured themselves.
Wow, I can relate to that. I actually broke my talus bone. I fell 20 feet off a ladder doing
Ooh.
construction when I was on antidepressants in college, and
Oh,
broke my foot bone in half because I'd all
oh
in
my
the
God.
back. And so I've got screws that go through my yeah, my foot was broken in half,
Ugh.
and so I would walk with a limp and do all this stuff. Now it's completely. It was interesting because it's like the muscle memory. My mind was so traumatized, the connection to that, and there's nothing that I could do to go ahead and change the way that I would walk or something like this. I would like walk even slow and try to program my mind to do it properly. Couldn't do it at all. I don't
Yeah.
like to say I can't do something, but back then it was not. It wasn't crack-a-lack. It wasn't happening. So
Yeah.
now it's like it never even happened.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that really is. So, Joshua, is there anything else that you want to say about this, bro? What's your New Year's resolutions here moving forward with this? And where do you see yourself in 30 days beyond on this product?
Uh, I guess like as a final thing, I would just say like my it feels like so that first maybe week or so felt like it was like the detoxing and the pushing out of everything bad that was in my body. And then since the end of that week, it's been this exponential like increase in the good, like just tons and tons of energy, tons and tons of just feeling great in my own body, which I didn't even think I would ever be able to feel like again. Um,
Yeah, we're
so
still young.
I would say literally like I can't wait to see what I look and feel like in just another month from now.
And that's awesome. It's good when you can actually feel and see results so fast. It makes you actually want to do other things, whether it's eating more clean or exercising more or doing what's right and just taking care of yourself and stuff. So that's awesome, bro. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
so
like I
happy
feel
for you,
like oh, this is what people feel like when they feel a little bit more healthy. Like I mean, like when your body ages, like over time, you don't notice like this slow, gradual decrease in
bro.
in everything, in your energy and like
Boil water.
the
Yeah.
weight gain and the feeling down and defeated and stuff like that. But like, man, I mean, if it's within 3 weeks time now I feel this good already, then like I feel like the possibilities are endless.
And I'm so happy for you, brother. I'm so happy to be a messenger of bringing this into people's lives, such as yourself, and now your
Thank
family.
you.
It's just like this chain reaction of happiness and good karma that's coming in our lives because of the good that we're doing.
I'm really happy that you turned me on to it. Like, yeah, you were very, very serious with me about it. And Yeah, it seemed like you just knew that I had to be on it. Basically, you kept hitting me up, and you were just like, "Dude, I feel amazing. Like I'm telling you, you know." And I
You know
was
what? I told a friend today, his family, they're multi-mega millionaire family and stuff like this. And he's got all the money and the Lambos and everything like this. And he's texting me. And I told him yesterday, it was just a hard butt with him because he's actually going to fly up to my house and get the product. I'm going to show
wow.
him the video with him. And I said to him, I said, I had to be firm with him yesterday. I said, "Hi, bro, do you want help or not? You will never get the healing you're looking for until you take this step. I know what I know about this, brother, and I want to help you." This isn't
Yeah.
a sales pitch. It's like, I know what he needs because it's like he's been hitting me up and saying he wants to take his life and all this. I'm like, no, not on my watch. You're not going to. So,
No.
you know who you are
Especially someone
watching.
that's got all those types of blessings too. It's like he's got all that money and all
Hey,
that.
why don't you send a message right now? We'll call him Harley Davidson. Okay, so it's like you're talking to Harley right now. What is good? Harley Davidson, go ahead.
Harley Davidson, get off your ass and try this stuff.
There you go.
Literally, if somebody that doesn't have anywhere near your resources and had all these mental problems and all these things in his life going wrong with him, like
Right.
me, can figure out a way to put the money together and have faith in something like this and have these results, then what the hell are you waiting for?
There you go. Yeah, take that.
Tough love, man. I mean, yeah, I'm not
You
trying
know,
to talk down to you, but yeah, real talk. Like you got unlimited resources. Why not try something that's going to completely
yeah, buy
change
it for
your
some
life,
other people and get some good karma and help them also and level up together. All right,
right?
brother. Well, Joshua, thank you so much, man. I'm just really happy for you.
You're welcome,
And
man.
keep me posted on how your growth goes, and let's keep blessing people's lives. Okay.
Will do. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, brother. Have a good
Thank
one,
you.
man. Take
Okay,
care.
bye.
Bye bye.